I'm live. Even without makeup, I look darn good. I'm going to send out some links, so I'm going to spiral for a minute. I will be right back. I'm just sending out links. So I'm going to make sure I smile. That way my face will stay frozen. Send out a couple links. Come right back. And I appreciate it. And we'll get started once I get back. I'm sending out links. That's why I'm spiraling, okay? I have to send out one more link, so I'll be right back, and then I'll begin. Hang on, I'm coming right back. For not wearing makeup, I still look pretty good. So, first of all, I apologize to someone that I was writing to. Someone had sent me a list of questions, and I was going to go live on my channel to answer those questions, except it's been 3 days now, and I have not gotten a chance to answer those questions. Other things have been popping up. So I want to apologize to that one person on Gmail that I said I was going to make a video for. I will. Just things keep popping up. That day I had an allergy attack. That's why I canceled it. Yesterday I was trying to get motivated and did not get everything done. And today, guess what happened? I fired the so-called publisher. But in my defense, I don't think he was a publisher at all. Now, there had been a lot of red flags. Now, I did an interview with Aquarius Rising Africa last year in 2025, and this guy pops up, and this guy says, "Hey, Holly, I've been a writer my whole life." Hey, Pat. "Oh, Holly, I've been a writer my whole life, and now I'm turning into a publisher because I got all the connections, and I want to take your autobiography and turn it into a movie, and blah, 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 blah." And there were some red flags about the guy, but I'm like, I'll just see it. I'll write it out. We'll see where this goes, right? All right. The guy's a fraud. I personally think, now everything I say here is allegedly, even though I know it to be true. Allegedly. Max Spears' ex-girlfriend, whose initials are SRA. You know what's a really common name is Sarah. So allegedly, Max Spears' ex-girlfriend is not done trolling me. And she put this guy up to trolling me. And this guy pretended to be a publisher to string me along, to make me think my book was going to go on the market, when really he's a fraud, scammer, and liar. So this Mudhead Publishing is fraudulent. So this guy was telling me for the past 6 months, "Holly, once my website gets up, I'll publish your book and people can purchase it." He even sent me a contract, and I looked at it and I'm like, I'm not signing this, and you're leaving out a bunch of stuff. First of all, my book is getting done, and it's copyrighted to me in a governmental office. So either way, my book and all of my drawings are copyrighted solely to me. I got 4 copyrights on my work. All 4 copyrights are sitting in a government office with my name and social security number on them, period. Poor man's copyrights do not work. If anybody, especially somebody saying they're a publisher, tells you to do a poor man's copyright is when you take your article, your painting, your writing, your poetry, and you stick it in an envelope, and then you mail it to yourself, and then you depend on that postage stamp mark on the outside of your envelope to be your copyright. That's known as a poor man's copyright. Now, I know there's a whole big debate on the subject, and I really don't care about the fucking debate. I have seen judges throw out poor man's copyrights for not being a legitimate copyright. I have personally seen cases where the judge has thrown out a poor man's copyright because that is not an official copyright. You can tamper with that. It's going to be thrown out of court. If somebody's a real publisher, they're going to tell you to do it the right way. When somebody tells you to do something the wrong way, that should be your first red flag to know that they're a fake, fraud, and liar. And this guy who I've been called, I don't even know if it's his name. I don't even know if it's his real name. He says his name is James. Call him Jamo. Now, when you look up, he told me for the past like 6 months, oh, Holly, when my website gets out, gets up and published, I'll get your book on the market and for sale. Really? So for 6 months, he's telling me, oh, I got web designers to create my website for free. Well, yesterday he sends me a link to the website. I take a look at the website, and as I'm looking at it, he sends me a text message that says, it looks good. Your website is not even a website. Your website has got scammer, fraudulent, liar written all over it. Your website doesn't look good. You want to see a good website? You go to hollybaglio.com. You do not go to mudheadpublishing.biz. MUDHED publishing.biz. Go check it out. And you go tell me if that's a real publisher. And if it is, I want you to try to convince me that you're going to send your life's work over to that publisher to have them publish it. Go look up his website, mudheadpublishing.biz. And then the Facebook and Instagram pages that are linked up with it got scammer written all over them too. There are no identifying characteristics to the website that I just named or the Facebook and Instagram pages that it's attached to. It's all a scam. He's not a real publisher. He's a fake, fraud, and liar sent to troll me, cast aspersions, and that's what happened. So my book's not going to be on the market until I get a new publisher. But that's okay because I already reached out to 2 publishers today. Oh, and my attorney's been called too. So I put up announcements on my website, hollybaglio.com, which is better than good. It's a great website. And I personally made it. Nobody made it for me. So hang on one moment. I can't just. So what I'm thinking is Max Spears' ex-girlfriend got someone from her camp to come over and pretend to be a publisher and mislead me for the past 6 months. No, I'm not mad. My book's done. I get over 4,000 new viewers per month, every month on my website because of my book. So that's like 12,000 people. That's over 12. No, that's like 24,000 people reading my autobiography. I'm not here for the money. I'm not a grifter. I kept my word. You want to read my book? It's up on the internet for free to read. If you want to own a copy, you're going to have to wait. And when it does come out, because it will be published, you're going to have to pay for it. But if you want to read it, go read it. Nothing's stopping you. My Dead Man Switch is up on hollybaglio.com. I left enough breadcrumbs for you to figure things out. And if it's not enough breadcrumbs, you just talk to me in private. And if I feel safe, I might confide in you the 3 names that I won't say publicly. But you guys already know the 2. And my support system knows it. So, Victory, contact me privately. I'm going to give you a copy. I gave my friends a copy. From me to you. It's from me to you. So please do not share it. If I give you a copy of my book, that is a special gift from me to you. Don't give it out. Hey, I'm here for the kids, to go back for the kids, and I'm here for Yahushua HaMashiach. I'm not here to make friends, and I'm not here for the money. Although I'll tell you what, the money would really be helpful and useful. But it's more important that my message gets out. And honestly, I have bent over backwards to make it available for people to read. It's that important that I made it available for everybody to read. I wanted to make sure it gets out. And I don't play games. I don't pull punches. I'm not like Mr. Hollywood evangelist. Oh, I'm going to do a whole show about astral traveling. Dun, 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 dun. But I'm not going to tell you how to get rid of an astral traveler until the next episode. So tune in. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I'm not using names, okay? But I'm sure you can figure out who I'm talking about. It doesn't anyway. So if you want to get rid of an astral traveler, I can tell you right now how to do it. Go to Heavenly Abba, repent for all your sins known and unknown, get washed and cleaned in the blood of the Lamb, get your full armor on in Yahushua's name. Don't be using the other imposters. His sheep know his name. You best use his right name. Correct and proper right name. And then you say, first clean yourself. Get your full armor on. And then you say, Heavenly Abba, I bind and cast away the entities and the demons, usually 2 demons. I bind and cast away the 2 demons that people use to astral travel, astral project, remote view, and send telepathic messages. Abba, come down here and please defend me and escort these people off my property and slam them back in their body along with anything that they brought with them. Heavenly Abba, I pour the blood of the Lamb on the camps of the enemy, and I ask that you engage, intervene, interfere, engage, interrupt, and intervene in their lives the way they just tried to upset mine, except Abba, it's in your will that no one perish in your life. But if they're not going to straighten out their act, then please let your wrath, vengeance, and anger be upon them and all of their loved ones in Yahushua Shem Selah. Now, Max Spear's ex-girlfriend goes on to Etsy to hire witches to come after me. She hires people to come after little old me, who's only 105 pounds. I'm only 105, and she's $150 and climbing. Max Spear's ex-girlfriend, SRA. That's who I think sent this James, this fraudulent publisher, to me. Now, this is all allegedly, even though I know it to be true, to make sure that my video stays up. Everything is alleged. But I'm giving you guys the truth. You guys have been here for my deprogramming, my whole waking up process. You guys were here when I was raped in 2021. You guys were here when my lung was collapsed by that dude in September 2018, as well as when he came back a few months later to attack me with a friend of his, 2 guys against just me, fracturing my cheekbone and attacking me a second time so I would not testify against him in court for the first felony aggravated assault that he performed on me. So, you guys, HTV has been here through it all. And I'm not going anywhere. The only time I'm going somewhere is when Yahuwah gives me those eagle's wings. Until then, you're stuck with me. So I want to protect other authors because this guy at mudheadpublishing.biz told me he's got other books of other authors that he's going to publish. I hope they fire him just like I did, because I have red flags about this guy. That's not a publisher. That's a troll. That's fraudulent. Oh, and then I went on, what's her name? Kimberly. Oh, Kimberly Mosley. I went on Kimberly Mosley's channel. What's the name of her channel? It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, what is it? Kimberly Mosley. I went on her channel with this guy, and he was claiming to be a publisher. While I was sitting there listening to his testimony, I was like, he's got fraud written all over him. And at very best, he might be disinformation, but I don't think he's getting paid to do what he does, because disinformations get paid to give you disinformation and to take you away from Yahusha and to give you different answers and to take you away from the truth and to distract you and to throw a wrench in the works. It's always to take you away from the truth, and the truth is always Yahusha. And you can tell because these New Agers can't stand their savior. They talk all sorts of crap about him. But anyway, he came to me and said, oh, Holly, supposedly somebody sent a letter to Kimberly Mosley saying that you're a fraud. And Holly, she came to me asking me if I thought you were real. Yo, I'm real. It's you that's the fraud. And I think you're twisted up with Max Spears' ex-girlfriend, who's always sending those hate letters about me to people who interview me. So this mudheadpublishing.biz is twisted up with Sarah. Allegedly. Who's Sarah? SRA, Max Spears' ex-girlfriend. Allegedly. You know, the 150-pound and climbing heifer. I don't want to put down real heifers, though. Pig. I don't want to put down pigs. This is all allegedly. Allegedly! So that's what I dealt with today. And I kind of feel like really good and empowered. And absolutely, I called my attorney because this guy said that he got an ISBN number to sell my book. What? To run away with the profits that kids in a cage can make? Way to go, SRA. You got me. I wrote my book, and now it's a killer book. And you yourself can't even write a sentence. So when I fired mudheadpublishing.biz, he sends me a message. Oh, Holly, your reaction is surprising. No, it's not. You're surprised I didn't have this reaction to you sooner. Okay, so you fooled me for a little bit. I was hoping you were the real deal. But what's the worst that happened? My book's written now. So I wanted to tell my loved ones, my friends, my online buddies, what's going on. So that's what's going on. And for the beautiful, beautiful, fine folks that wrote me emails through my website, I'm going to answer you back. Every single last one. I'm sorry it's taking me a while. I just moved. I got sick. I fired a fraudulent dude trying to pretend to be a publisher. Now I'm looking for a new one. I'm going to catch up with you, beautiful, fine folks that took your precious time to write me. I beyond appreciate it. You are special. You do matter. I will get back to you. And also I'll be making more broadcasts. So this way you can intervene with me more. And more readily available, and I can talk about things. SYFX. I'm humble. I don't feel so pretty. Nate Stevens. Thank you. So, guys, listen. First of all, I'm sorry that I dropped the F-bomb and I slipped at the beginning of this video. I repent to Yahusha, and I repent to you and your households. I'm sorry. And I bind and cast away the profanity demon. It's legions, it's friends legions. I bind and cast it down and away in Yahusha Shem Selah. And excuse me, because I do vape, which you know. Sometimes, though, I will bum a cigarette from someone. And I, just moved to a new place and I've been meeting new people. So there's a lot of someone's I can bum a butt from. I don't have to buy them. I'm kidding. I get a pass. Thanks for the pass. So, what else do you want to experience with Holly? What else do you want to experience with HTV? I'll tell you what, I'm going to take you guys to a shooting range. I'm going to take you guys zip lining. I got some stuff up my sleeve for you guys this summer. Oh, and come the 4th of July, I am doing a fireworks display for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to go out. I'm going to save up money first. And I'm going to buy the best fireworks I can get. And I'm going to do a fireworks display for you, but not on the 4th of July because I don't celebrate that garbage. But I'll pick another day and we're going to have a fireworks display just for all you beautiful, fine folks. I'm human. Pat, it's great to see you. I try to be human. Yeah, sometimes nicotine is good. I vape nicotine, but right now, we could do it the 5th of July, even better. Wait, that's good because July is, if you turn July into a numerical value, it's 7. And 7's Abba's favorite number. He's at Shemitahs are a 7-year-long period. He's got 7 lampstands, 7 hallowed spirits. One is our companion. 7 bowls of rats, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 churches, 7 angels, that one for each of the 7 churches. 7, 7, 7, and 5. 5 means Abba's grace. So 7, 5. That'd be a great day. Who is grace? We'll set off fireworks. So, my book is up on hollybaglio.com. Please click on Kids in a Cage and Testimonial Drawings. They all go together. And when you send an email in my website, it goes directly to me. And I am the only person that sees it. No one sees it. Secondly, where I live, no one goes in my room. And when I'm on the phone, I am the only person in my section of the house. So nobody's eavesdropping, like the plastic religious couple in Germantown, Maryland, who would stand outside my bedroom door and eavesdrop. And then when I was off the phone, oh, Holly, who was that? Was that Michael Miller? What did he say? What's he doing? Oh, is pry and eavesdrop. Oh, Holly, I heard you talking to Peanut on the phone and I'm having a tough time reconciling what you said. Well, had you not been eavesdropping, you wouldn't have to reconcile something that's not your business. I'm very animated when I talk. Some people hate it and they'll be like, Holly, calm down. It's like, I am calm. I'm just very animated when I'm talking. Excuse you for being a deadbeat, dull person who can't let me have any emotional reactions. But yet when you talk, you're flying off the handle, calling everybody an effing retard, and that's okay. But I can't make facial expressions and laugh when I'm talking. It's always a double standard. Get out of my chat room. Don't shine a bad light on me. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's why that person just got blocked. For other people that did not see the comment, don't shine. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Because I am animated when I speak. People shine a bad light on me and try to belittle me for it. Why? Because I'm a lot of fun to hang out with and you're not? TC, I love you. I'm so happy to see you. I fired that publisher, and I called my attorney immediately afterwards. Probably because I probably beat you to it. I probably beat you to it by like a fraction of a second. That's why. Because on my screen it says I got them blocked. So, my bedroom's only half clean. My kitchenette, my living room, my bathroom, not cleaned yet. I'm not moved in yet. But my bedroom is half done. I'm half moved in. I got half my clothes put away. But let me tell you, I got more put away right now than I did the past year renting that other place I rented. Well, that place was, I was living out of boxes inside a sardine can. My bedroom was a sardine can. I was living out of boxes. I'm not living out of boxes or bags here. Like, as I bring my stuff in, it gets put away in dressers or in a closet or in a cabinet. Or like if I don't have furniture, I'll have like a makeshift cabinet, but my stuff gets put away. There's an area for it. So, like, it's so nice to have my own place once again. I've been in my own place like the past 3 weeks. I've been sick. Like one thing after another. First asthma and allergies and irritable bowel syndrome. Now I have pancreatitis right now. It came back. All right. I'm trying to perk up right now. I've already kind of started bouncing back from the pancreatitis, but I have to really pay attention to my diet big time now, once again. But I've been in my new place just like laying in bed and I roll from side to side. I'm like, there's nobody here. Nobody's like looking down on me because I'm staying in bed. Like when I get out of bed and I go to the bathroom, I don't have to see another soul. I don't have to pick up after another full-grown human. I don't have to clean up after another full-grown human. I can just walk in my bathroom, sit down on the toilet, and know that the only dirt that's there is mine from the day before. It's just, oh, it is so nice to be back on my own. Oh my God, I can't. Never again will I ever have roommates. No, they always expect something of you. Oh, Holly, you're cooking for yourself. Well, since you're a girl and I'm a guy, why aren't you cooking for me? Well, first of all, I live off of disability money. I'm not paying for a full-grown human being to eat my food when I can't even put food on the table because I don't get enough disability money to do so. The last thing I need is somebody taking my disability money as their rent and then splashing my disability money around and burning it on garbage crap. Like, you know, when you go to buy something and you put it together, but you're too dumb to follow the instructions, so you just leave the pieces strewn all over the yard and never put it together. Yeah, wasting my money on stuff like that when I can't even put food on the table to feed myself. That's the last thing I need to see somebody do with my rent money. It's one thing if you're paying rent money to have your own place, but it's another thing if you're renting a room and the person is pocketing, say you're paying $700 in rent per month. You know the electric bill isn't going to be over $280. They don't pay water. You know the propane or gas bill, that's going to be what, $200 a month because it's off all the time. It's only put on 2 hours a day. The house is freezing. The pipes are literally bursting and freezing. The heat's off all the time. So, okay, the household bills are $300. You're pocketing $400 and then using it as a profit from someone who is a fully disabled 50-year-old woman starving to death. You're trying to make a profit off of her. And then she only gets a small, tiny room and is responsible for the cooking, the cleaning, the maintenance, the other responsibilities going on at the house. That's not renting a room. That's being a wife. And that's being that, no. No. And that's not helping me. That's not being helpful to me. You know, now if rent was like $500 for a bedroom or $400 for a bedroom and you wanted me to clean, you wanted me to cook once a week, then that would be fine if the rent was $400 or $500 a month. And then the cleaning, that's an easy $180 easy if I'm cleaning every week. And then I'm taking care of the other responsibilities in the house. I'm running the errands, such as, oh, the house needs this, I'll go get it. Oh, the house needs that, I'll go to the store and get it. And the homeowner doesn't have to. That would be different. But when you're paying $700 for a room and then on top of that expected to do stuff, no wonder why I'm so skinny. Okay. So, I mean, I gotta tell, I'm so glad to be back on my own. I need my privacy, my space. Like when I clean something, I want to know it's going to stay clean for longer than 30 freaking seconds. Like when I'm on the phone, I want to know I have absolute privacy. I don't need somebody looking down at the end of their nose. Oh, well, you use medicinal cannabis. I'm better than you because I don't. Yeah, but you're raging out. Never mind. Oh, I didn't do medicinal marijuana, but I do shrooms and overdose the Steve Harvey family. Allegedly. Not me. I'm mimicking somebody else who actually did overdose the Steve Harvey's son and Steve Harvey's daughter-in-law. That actually happened. I didn't do it. But the one that did overdose them looks down at me because I quit 33 prescriptions by using medicinal cannabis. And that's also the same person who put this dude up to pretending to be a publisher to distract me and mislead me for 6 months. And if you think I'm not going to talk about what just happened and be quiet, you're wrong. I'm going to expose this person, these people, so they don't do it to others. And my reaction is absolutely warranted. I'm having a very healthy reaction to very bad people who lied to me, pretended to be publishers, and misguided me. And even so much as got up on Kimberly Mosley's interview and pretended to be a publisher. He was actually going to get up on another interview on May 12th with me. I reached out to that interviewer and I said, dear so-and-so, I said, Mudhead Publishing is fired. I will not be going on the same broadcast as him. And if I do go on the same broadcast as him, if I have to share the same soapbox, it's going to be to expose him so other people don't go through what I just went through for the past 6 months. But if you want to do the interview with just me on May 12th, great, let's rock. Because honestly, I'm the story anyway. The publisher ain't the story. I'm the content. So let's cut out the frauds and you and I do the interview. And I hope the person, I'm not going to say what channel, but I really hope the person takes me up on it because I really want to do the interview. And I know I could bring them in some views and it would be good. He's a newer channel, and I think it would be a great interview. He looks like he does a great job interviewing, and I hope, again, I'm not saying who, but I really hope Truth is Stranger 88. So glad to see you too. I will respond to people that emailed me, and when I do, I'm going to be like, it's been a month. I'm so sorry. I hope in the future this never happens again. I've had a lot going on, but I will respond quicker. And also, I do like to make a lot of videos. Like, I was supposed to make a video 3 days ago with 13 additional interview questions. Somebody saw my interview with Sean Atwood and said, hey, Holly, I want to ask you this and this and this and this and this. So I was like, hey, instead of me just typing back you the answers, why don't I take your 13 questions? I'll keep your identity private. And then I'll make a video with those 13 questions and I can answer them for everybody. I haven't made the video yet, but I will. What I wanted to do was like do my hair kind of look a little decent and run the the video because it comes out better if I, don't have a backwards hat on, or, I don't look my best right now, but I certainly don't look my worst. But yeah, I'd like to, maybe put on a little bit of blush and some eyeliner. But nonetheless, I wanted to touch base to let you know that I fired the publisher, but I don't think he was a publisher. I really think that SRA and her camp are still absolutely gang stalking me. They're sending emails to people like Kimberly Mosley and other people that I've interviewed with saying that I'm a fraud and I'm a liar and I'm a whore and I'm a drug addict, and it's all lies. Now, SRA, Max Spears' ex-girlfriend, she was never in the dumps. She was never trafficked. She's not a super soldier. She's not a victim or a survivor. She is a complete compulsive liar. She was never in the dumps. Okay, and it's the same Sarah I've been mentioning throughout this whole video. Allegedly. Allegedly. So this girl has not left me alone one bit since I called her out 2017. I called her out because I believe she has a hand in the murder of Max. And she did a video with her face, her name on her own channel on YouTube where she was like, remember when Max is on the floor and he had the black goo coming out of his mouth? Yeah, I was doing black magic and I was asking for milk and vinegar. I said, really? So instead of calling 911, you're messing around with magic, which, by the way, you've got no power and you suck at, because if you actually did have power, you wouldn't have to pay other witches and warlocks to come after Holly Baglio. And how many did you pay, by the way? And they all got their asses handed to them on a platter. You know why? Because Alua Yahuwah, my Alua, is bigger than all of yours. And my ship is really tight. Not sagging, fat, or flabby, or 150 pounds. So, hey, fate says it all. I know you from work, Gina. Is this a joke? Karen, up. Okay, so I know fate says it all. I know DC. I don't know. I'm happy. I got my own place. I got my book done. It just needs one more read through, and it's only for typos. I saw 2 places in my book that I wanted. There was one place where I put the word worse, and it should have been the word word. My book is killer. Oh yeah, and get this about the publisher. Let me tell you something else about mudheadpublishing.biz. Oh, Holly, I want you, Holly, to get me the names of 20 book reviewers, the contact information, and how I should submit your book to them for them to review your book. You know, like New York Times and Chicago Reviews. I want you to get at least 20 book reviewers, their contact information, and tell me how it is I'm supposed to send your book, Holly, to them. Okay, that's a publisher's responsibility. What's the point of having you, mudhead, if you don't even do your job as a publisher? So do you know what I did? So as I was looking up, I came up with 29 names. So as I looked up all 29 names, getting all their contact information, well, I went right ahead and started submitting my own book to them, cutting out JAMO, Mudhead Publishing. So as I looked up all the book reviewers, instead of writing down their contact information and then giving it to Jamo at Mudhead Publishing for him to then turn around and send my book out. What's the point of having a publisher if he doesn't do his own damn work? Well, I just started sending in my own book for them to review. So before my book even comes out, published, hardcover, softcover, ebook, I should have big name reviewers reviewing my book. So then when it does come out hard and soft cover, people be like, oh, I heard about the review. I can't wait to get it. Da, 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 da. So I've been my own publisher. So this is like the coolest thing because now I'm learning the ropes. Now I'm sharper. Now I'm smarter. And SRA and Jamo, allegedly, they can go pound salt, and guaranteed as much as they pound, it's never going to put, they're never going to get their flavor back. I called my attorney, and I'm looking for another one. You can never have too many attorneys. My attorney, Gregory, is dead. I only needed him, but now that he's dead, of course, I have to replace him. And doing what I do, I absolutely have an attorney. I mean, did this guy Jamo actually think that I was going to sign a contract without an attorney and actually work on a contract that has never been read by an attorney and is not notarized? And all he did on the contract was say, okay, I keep 9% and you keep 90. I keep 10% and you keep 90%. Okay, what about the taxes? So that's all you're worried about is the percentage? More goes into a contract with a publisher than you take 9% and I, the author, get 91%. You need to discuss the taxes. You need to discuss a whole bunch of other things, and it's not even in the contract. And when he sent me that contract, I was like, this is a joke. Like, I could tell by the contract, there were a lot of not a lot. There were definitely red flags popping up. And I'm also going to tell you something else, and I hope the guy does not, I hope the man does not mind that I mention him. But Mr. Okay, the first red flag went up when Mudhead told me, oh, Holly, Akeem Raw, like, 86'd me. He threw me in the wastebasket. I told him I wanted to publish his music and do this, that, the other thing. And he just fell off the earth. He won't return my calls or anything. Yeah, because you're a fraud. Go look at his website and you tell me if you would trust your book, your music, your life's work in the hands of mudheadpublishing.biz. Now, there's no that's not his information up on that website. That's supposedly the web designers. The website is in Latin. Jamo said he's going to sell coffee and coffee mugs and a specific line of herbs and vitamins. Like dragon's blood, shallot. So he said at first he said he had $30 different books to publish. Now suddenly he's only down to me and one other author, as well as his books that he wants to publish, but he'll only have about 7. So a few months ago he was publishing 30 books. Now he's down to like 5 to 7 books that he's publishing. And what else was going on that he was telling me through these 6 months? He told me my book was already formatted and ready to be sent out to be put up as an electronic book. He told me he had the format already set up, my book already in the format. And then just yesterday he goes, Holly, can you turn around and zip file me your autobiography? I was like, you already have it. By the way, it's copyrighted to me. You already have it. What do you mean send it to you again? You said you already had it ready. All you had to basically do is press enter. And it was ready to be given out as an electronic book. Just everything he said, I figured because he was a writer turning into a publisher. I gave him some leeway, thinking, okay, you know, he's just starting out, but he's not a publisher. And I think what he was going to do is, I think he's told me last week he got the ISBN number for my ebook, but he did not get an ISBN number for the printed material of my book. So what he was going to do basically is get my book, sell it, and keep all the money. Oh, sure, Holly, you can keep the copyrights to your book. Ha, 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 because I'm going to keep the revenue. That ISBN number is under my name, and when somebody buys it, their money's going to go right into my account, and I'm taking off with the money, Holly. That's what was going to happen if he ever published it. So on his website, that's what it was. He wanted to sell coffee and mugs and certain vitamins and herbs. Well, his website comes out, and when you look at his website, MUDHED, publishing.biz, when you click on it, there are cartoon drawings of hoodies for sale. Would you buy a $35 hoodie based on a cartoon drawing of the hoodie and not an actual picture of the hoodie? There were no coffee mugs. There was no coffee. There was no vitamins. There was basically, the website's in Latin with the web designer's info on it. If you click on the Facebook or Instagram link that's tied to the website, it'll take you to a Facebook and Instagram page. But when you look at those pages, it's got scammer written all over it. He's working somewhere in China on his Facebook page. He has where he's working somewhere in China on his Facebook page. He says he went to Rutgers University. He's in Newark, New Jersey, from Newark, New Jersey, in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's what the Facebook and Instagram sites say that are linked to the website, but there's no phone number, no email, no address, no picture. There's no books for sale. There's no post talking about books. Go look at the website and you tell me if that's a publisher you're going to trust. So this guy, Jamo, allegedly has misled me for 6 months pretending to be a publisher. So I'm going to be professional about it and say that he's fired. I have been trolled and gang stalked extremely heavy, and the same person that's gang stalked me back in 2017 is the same person who's gang stalking me now, and she's got a bunch of evil, wicked friends that follow her blindly. I don't know why. So he's part of the SRA camp. SRA is initials to Max Spears' ex-girlfriend. Allegedly. Allegedly. Even if I know it to be true, I have to say allegedly. All of this is alleged. She's allegedly 150 pounds. I'm allegedly 105 pounds. And you know, Sarah is a very, very, very common name. I'm not giving last names or anything like that. So if you're an author, you need to stay away from mudheadpublishing.biz. It's not a publisher. It's somebody trolling me, pretending to be a publisher, misleading me, trying to make me think I had a publisher, but I don't. So I hope Max Spears' ex-girlfriend and all of her friends are having a very good laugh right now at my expense. I hope they're rolling on the floor, busting a gut, peeing their pants, because they think it's just so funny that they tricked Holly and made Holly think she was a publisher. And then on the back end, now I have to worry about them stealing my copyrights and trying to publish my book to steal the revenue. That's my book. Now, there's already 2 people that I'm going to go to court with. Okay? Discovering Mercy and Jerusa. Jerusa wrote my name in her book and then lied about me, painted me in a bad picture. Discovering Mercy stole my copyrights. They basically ran courses for 2 years, running courses at $1,700 a head to in their courses, charging $17 a head to basically say, oh yeah, Holly's the hostess with the mostest. She's a partying whore. They never mentioned my full reintegration. They never led the students in their class back to Yahuwah or back to the scripture. All they did was run a class for $17 a head, bashing me. And I know because somebody sent me a recorded video of their online course where they were charging $17 a head. So the two ladies, Fern, Sharon, whatever their names are, I have a recording of them belittling me, basically calling me a drug addict whore. That's just so cute. She's not healed or anything like that. And it all started with Tina. That's not even her name. Bridge, Grace, Faith. These women give fake names. So I'm not giving you real names because they always gave me a fake name. Listen, if somebody comes to you and says, I have to protect my identity because I'm counseling you, even though you're the whistleblower and you know all the names, because I'm counseling you, I have to protect myself. If some ministry comes to you or pastor, evangelist, or counselor, and they're saying stuff like that to you, they're full of bull crap. Do not trust them. If they're not going to give you their real name and use their real name, then they're not trustworthy at all. And what that ministry did to me and what Jerusa did to me, I'm absolutely going to court with them. The statute of limitations is not over. And as soon as I get myself an attorney. But now I got to look out for Jamo. Now I got to look out for James, Mudhead Publishing. I'm going to be keeping my attorney very busy with people like that who need Satan. Who needs Satan with people like that? Heavenly Abba, please have your wrath on mudheadpublishing.biz for lying to me, misleading me, and stealing my work to make a profit off of it. Please have your wrath and vengeance, Heavenly Abba. Please protect me and defend me against Jamo and the other gang stalkers. In Yahusha, Mashiach, Shem, Selah. So I'm making this video to protect myself. I don't know that that's James. I don't even know that that's his name. Go look at that website and you tell me if that's a publisher. You tell me if that's a publishing company or if I was just tricked. You take a look at that website. You're 110% of people will come back and say, Holly, you were tricked. You were fooled. You were toyed with. You were trolled. This is not a publisher. This is someone toying with you and stealing your work. Stealing your work so they can make money off of it. And then I noticed a couple people on Instagram that I know, like Taj, are subscribed to mudheadpublishing.biz. They're subscribed on Instagram to this. So I know that this has SRA's hands all over it. I absolutely have to get an attorney to make sure that these people do not try to publish and sell my book underneath me. I'm absolutely going to sue them. No one has permission to publish my book. Nobody has permission to sell my book. Nobody has permission to do any of that at all. So, yeah. And then I'm starting to wonder if Taj is still in cahoots with SRA. In cahoots in a good way. because I've seen people on the internet pretend to be enemies, but behind the scenes be really good friends. So like they'll do videos where they'll come out and talk bad about each other just to see what other people will say. And then when the broadcast is over, in private, they'll go back to each other and start talking to each other because they're best friends, but they play enemies publicly to make you guys think they're enemies, to get you guys to say what you think about them. But in truth and reality, behind the scenes, they're best friends. They're only pretending to be enemies to see what you're going to say. Hey, Lori. It's so great to see you. So I just got played for the past 6 months. You know what? I'm going to say this in my defense. 2 things. Abba Yahuwah told me to give my testimony. I gave it. And secondly, I kept my word. I kept it free. My book is free for you to read. My drawings, all of that work and effort is free for you to read. That's my life's work. That's my life story. That's my life. Don't worry, DC. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. I got you, Husha. But I'm definitely contacting. I definitely have a call into my attorney, but more than that, I'm looking for a second attorney. And I'm absolutely going to give the attorney all of James' information as well. Like that incident where Heather Blessington was using my name to get donations. I absolutely called my attorney on that. I should have been calling my attorney more on SRA. You know what I should have been doing on SRA is every time she threatened me through email is I should have called the police, got a police report, and then I would have had a paper trail from 2017 all the way up to now to all the times that SRA, as well as her group of friends, have harassed me. Another friend of hers that's harassed me, I'll just use his first name because it's common, Brian, allegedly. Sarah and Brian are friends. Allegedly, hey, Catherine, how are you? Yahusha Barakas. So I wanted to let you guys know what's going on with the person who impersonated a publisher just to mislead me and lie to me and steal my work to make a profit for the past 6 months. Wow, people are working double time to try to shut me up, run me off the internet, and screw with my work so it never comes out. I got to fight tooth and nail to get you guys my testimony. I already fought tooth and nail to be breathing and able to speak and sit here among you beautiful, fine folks. Now I got to fight tooth and nail to get my testimony out because Max Spears' ex-girlfriend allegedly will not stop threatening and harassing me, and she's got a group of people helping her. I should have known right off the bat because Jamo speaks so new agey, and all of SRA's friends are nothing but new agey. I mean, they can simply say, hi, how are you? And right off the bat, you can tell they're new agers and not to be trusted. Christians, they're cutthroat, liars. We know all about lying Jews in the synagogue of Satan. Germans, they have the most cryptid experiences. And if you're disabled, in addition to being German, don't be going to any national parks, okay? Because the common denominators to missing 411 David Paulides, the common denominator is all the missing people are German, and they all had some kind of disability. I'm German. You know what kills me is I know someone who's German that doesn't even believe in the spirit realm. Oh, Holly, I got a higher power, but I don't believe in the spirit realm. Oh, Bigfoot's not real. Hey, dumbass. Dumas. Really? Stop being so stupid. Stop being stuck on stupid. You're going to sit there and say you have a higher power, but you don't believe in the spirit realm. A higher power would be in the spirit realm. You're a walking contradiction and hypocrite. Which is it? Do you believe in a higher power or not? A higher power resides in the spirit realm, and you don't believe in the spirit realm. So how can you have a higher power if you don't believe in the realm spirit to begin with? I can't deal with those people. You know what it's like talking to those people? You'd have a better time banging your head against a wall and not getting a headache than you would talking to someone like that. I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but so that's what happened with the publisher. There's not one aspect of my life where I'm not trolled. Even the dude that collapsed my lung got in touch with the trolls. Oh, Holly, let me take their names. I'm going to reach out to them and help them troll you. Yeah, you think you're cute? You're going to help the trolls troll me while you're living in my house and sleeping in my bed? Yeah, your kid is going to turn out just like you, and she's going to wind up with a guy just like you. But you let the streets raise your daughter anyway. It's not like she had a future. Don't talk about my daughter. I'm not. I'm talking about how bad of a father you are. Oh my God, put them on written notice. It's not your fault. This is what these demons do. They can't create, they steal. Yes, Sarah steals, Jamo steals, they steal, and they wanted to steal a profit. I put up a notice on my website, hollybaglio.com. Click on Ruminations and Confessions. One post I put up at the end of 2025 says how I'm worried about SRA stealing my autobiography. Yeah, Mudhead Publishing. Maybe not trying to steal my autobiography, but trying to steal the profits. He said he got an ISBN number to sell my book electronically. He doesn't have permission for that. That's my book. He's got no contract signed from me. He's got no agreement from me. And I've made these, I put up an announcement on my website and across the board. He's a fake fraud and liar, and at very best, he is fired. No one has permission to publish my book. Nobody has permission to make money off my book. It's my book, my life, my story. And if I want my book to stay up free online for the rest of my life, then it'll stay up free online for the rest of my life. And I'll just hope that people read it and go, you know what, how that was worth the $15, or that was worth $30, or Holly, I'm broke, but I got $1. I wouldn't want you $1 at that point. I'd want you to keep it. I want your friendship. Like, if I can have something from you, it would be your friendship. I would be after you being an extended family member to me. I'd want you to share life with me. I'm not after your money. I'm after making memories. Making memories. That's what I was used to saying to my friends. Hey, let's go out and party and make memories. Oh, I made a lot of memories. I'm not done making memories. And now I've got the best people in the universe right here with me to make memories. I want you guys. I love you guys. Oh, this will be the first time I'm driving at night. No, actually, I've driven at night before, but I'm right around the corner from my house. My house. My house. It's so cool, too, because the people I rent from, they got a guy for everything, but everybody knows them, and it makes me feel a little bit safer because everybody knows them. They have a close group of friends. You know, I just feel more secure. But I live secluded and reclusive. Like, I didn't see the couple for the past 4 days, I didn't see the couple I rent from. Just today, I went and said hello to him for a little bit this morning. So, I mean, I'm always by myself. But if you guys email me or call me, or I'm typing to you or talking to you, there's nobody that's ever going to listen in. and there's nobody has access to my emails. So when you write to me, it goes directly to me. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make hand gestures or signals. I apologize. I'm just a wop. I talk with my hands, okay? If you want me to be quiet, then I'd have to sit on my hands to be quiet. So, DC, I got to write that email. I am going to write that email. Reverse the game. You can't block. Why can't you block? Hang on, don't go anywhere. All right, you're not a mod. You are a mod. I made you top mod. I made you top mod, DC. You can do what I can do on my website. Like, you can't get into making videos, but like you can like make comments, delete comments, and it's not just for the chat room. It's for like, if you see comments under videos, you, DC, can go and delete those comments if you want. Like, that's how much control you have. The other wrenches don't have that control. They're standard mods. Is Lori a mod? Okay, all right, good. I don't want to lose her. Scroll down. Maybe if you scroll down, you might have to move the list up and scroll down, but it should say hide user on this channel. But if not, don't worry about it. Sorry, attic, exactly like the 2 bedroom. Just set up like a vision like it. Really, Pat? I could have rented that. We'll talk in private, Pat. I don't want to give any details away of where I am, who I'm with, and what it's like here. But I have an efficiency apartment, and I love it. I love it. And I feel safer, too, because the lady I rent from, she's fully disabled, just like me. And so, like, if I'm in bed, she doesn't care. When I was in Germantown, Maryland, if I wanted to lay in bed, Holly, leave me alone. We're here in bed. Just leave me alone. I'm disabled. Just leave me alone. Oh, wait, you can't lay in bed all day. Yes, I can. I'm fully disabled, and more than that, yes, I can. I can lay in bed all day if I want. Leave me alone. Hey, Cannon, how are you? Harder? No. Since Sean Atwood's, I have to tell you, I got a ton of emails. I'm going to answer every single person back. I've just been going through a move and sickness and now firing my publisher. No, I've not been trolled harder. Actually, I got a ton of support. I did get to see a couple of emails, and honestly, since Sean Atwood's interview, I got a ton of support. I really got support. And the other thing too, Cannonball, there's a group of people that's been trolling me since 2017, and they got to me of October in 2025. So since like October 2025, this publisher's been a fake fraud and scammer, and he's affiliated with that group of people that's been trolling me since 2017. So they already had me. I was already being trolled the hardest by the time I showed up to Sean Atwood's. But I do not have a publisher, and I've been going on these interviews saying, yeah, I got a publisher. My book's going to be released. My book's going to be released. I got a publisher. Now, the group of people led by Max Spears' ex-girlfriend, they're sitting there watching this video right now going, ha, 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 ha. I'm not. Yeah, Cannonball. I gotta be honest, a lot of times, thank you, Cannonball. A lot of times, I cannot listen to my interviews when I play them back. Once in a while I can, but I don't really like my voice. I feel like I'm flaky. I sound flaky. I feel like I sound weak, but mainly I see the pain that I'm carrying. And Heavenly Abba Yahuwah, I don't want to carry the pain, and I don't want to be selfish. I want to heal. I don't want to be a victim. I definitely want to be a survivor, and I don't want to hang on to it. But Abba, I do feel that I still have pain that I feel from my past, like still from my papa dying. And yeah, I see it. I see me carrying it. So I can't watch my videos. Yes, more fishing trips. Yes, yes, yes. See a hide or block. Looks like YouTube changed something. We'll DM. Okay, yeah, DM me. Let me see what you see, DC, and we'll figure it out. Yes, more fishing trips. Absolutely more fishing trips. Yes, 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 yes. I'm going to go camping, I think, in June, but it's not going to be a fishing camping trip. That's what I want to do, a fishing camping trip. And that way you catch the fish and then you eat it right there at the campfire. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. It's so cool when you catch your own fish and then cook it up. It's the same way of like having a garden when you put all the effort into growing something like my cucumbering pickles. And then what I did with my pickling cucumbers is I had a lot of Clausen, the hot and spicy juice left. So when I grew my pickling cucumbers, I did like a cold pickling. I took my pickling cucumbers, I put them inside a big jug with Clausen's hot and spicy leftover juice from the bottles. I let that sit on my counter. I can't remember, 24 hours or 48 hours. I let it sit on my counter for 24 or 48 hours. And then I put it in the fridge for another 48 hours, just sitting it there. And then I ate them. They came out so good. It's so great when you put work into something and then you eat your own work. It's just such an awesome feeling. I know that sounds corny, but yeah, definitely more fishing trips, more outside. And you know what's really cool is during the winter, I live close to ski slopes. So this coming winter, I want to go skiing. I haven't been skiing in like 10 years, probably longer than that. 2013, I haven't been skiing in 13 years. But I got more support for, oh, you know what? Cannonball, a beautiful person wrote me an email and she was like, Holly, you know, I like John Atwood's interview, but I had some more questions. And she gave me a list of 13 questions and I loved it. I was like, hey, instead of me just typing you back the answers, why don't I do a video? I was supposed to do the video 3 days ago. I will do it this week. But I was like, would you mind if I took your questions? I'll keep your identity private. Unless you want me to say your name, then I will. But I'll take your 13 questions and then I'll run a video on YouTube. And like I'll run a video on YouTube from my computer and then I'll have Facebook Live on my cell phone so I can run them both at the same time. And then I'll read your questions and then answer them on a video. So it could be like a PS to Sean Atwood's interview. So I definitely want to do more interviews. I actually have an interview coming up this Friday that I'm very excited for. However, this interview is going to be great because I get to pre-record it with the hostess and then she's going to air it at another time, which means I can be in the chat room with you guys hanging out while it's running live. But again, that poses the problem that I can't watch my video. So typically what I do is I'll just mute myself and I'll watch the chat room's comments and then talk about them. Like I can talk in the chat room, but there is no way that I can do an interview and be in the chat room at the same time. That happened to me once. I was interviewing with Thomas Klaus. And Thomas is the host, is asking me questions and I'm going back and forth, but then he was starting to talk about something. So I hopped in the chat room. Well, everybody in his chat room speaks Spanish. So what I did was I was copying their comments, pasting them in the translator, typing out my comment. And when it translated to Spanish, I copied from the translator and put it in the chat room. So I was using the translator going back and forth with everybody, which was so cool because I'm speaking to them in their language. Well, I got so focused on what I was doing in the chat room that Thomas Klaus was like, Holly. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So I cannot do two things at once. Ultimately, I want to land on Joe Rogan's show. Oh, I want to also interview with Nori. I have a list of interviews. I think there's a Chris Hansen that I want to interview with. I do not think I'll ever land Danny Jones or Julian Dory, but I would love to go on one of their shows. Diary of a CEO. There's tons of shows I would love to go on. And SRA and her group of friends that are gang stalking me, they write to all these shows that I interview with and say that I'm a fake fraud and liar and belittle me and put me down to every single show that I interview with. And this publisher is friends with Max Spear's ex-girlfriend. That's why he's trolling me and lying to me, saying that he's a publisher because he was scamming me. He was making me think I had a publisher. I'm going on interviews saying, yeah, I got a publisher. And meanwhile, no, I don't. Because allegedly some girl named Sarah and her friends threatened me, harassed me, and troll me. 17. They don't have a life of their own. That some of them say they're from Montauk, but they were never in a deep underground military base. They stole their testimony from Max Spears and other people like me. I've seen documentaries on people from Montauk, and one of these people that is trolling me is actually on one of these Montauk documentaries. His first name is Brian, and all he is a trust fund kid. That kid's never been trafficked. And I can tell by what he says and how he says that he's never been trafficked. He's never been in Montauk. Same with Sarah. I'm the real deal. I really went through it. And you can tell by reading my book and you can tell by talking to me, I really went through it. But these people that are trolling me, Sarah, James, pretending to be a publisher, they never went through anything that I've been through. They were never in a dump. They were never used in MK Ultra. None of them. They want to take a demonic attack and say, oh, I was in a dump. No, you weren't. You were attacked by the fake Christ you pray to. You were attacked by the demons that you use to astral travel to me. What's the point? I showed you my microwave, right? I kid you not, that microwave is going to have me screwed up. Every time I use my microwave, I'm like, when I go to somebody else's house and use their microwave, I'm going to have it totally messed up. Because on my microwave, the start button is red and the stop button is green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get stickers and replace them. So that way, stop is red and start is green. Oh, yeah, I got a Pollock microwave. A Pollock microwave for the Pollock. I gotta use the bathroom. All right, I'm gonna have to go home, so I'll probably have to let you guys go. But I wanted to explain to you what was going on with the publisher. I was misled and tricked for the past 6 months by someone that was scamming me, trying to steal my book so they could turn around and sell it behind my back and keep the profits. And this is all coming, allegedly, this is all coming from Sarah's camp. It kills the microwaves in your foot, yeah. So, with an attorney going to try to sell my book and keep the profits. So I've made the announcement on my website. I've made this video, I'm in touch with an attorney, and then I'll take it from there. But I have a bad feeling that this guy is basically trying to sell my book behind my back without my permission and keep the money. He told me that last week he bought an ISBN number for my book. And meanwhile, he doesn't have a publishing company. He's a fraud. If you try to look up his, right, I tried to look him up on the internet, and I only found like one paragraph that he ever wrote. So if he lives his life as a writer and now he's turning into a publisher, he's got no credibility, no reputation. You can't even find his writings up on the internet. You want a writer, you're looking at it right here, and you can go to my website, hollybaglio.com. You can read one of the best books of your entire life for free right now on hollybaglio.com. Click on Kids in a Cage, and boom, my book is right there. Scroll through the page and you'll see all the drawings for the Kids in a Cage. Secondly, click on testimonial drawings and read through all of them. So that way you can see what I'm up to. And I actually suggest that. I don't know why my phone's doing that. But I think I'm going to head home. I need to get food. I need to use the powder room. Make sure the powder's not going to explode. And I wanted to let you guys know that I don't have a publisher. My book's not going to be on the market. I was scammed and fooled. And now my next concern is that he's going to try to sell my book and keep the profits. Kids in a Cage and me are not under contract. I never had a contract. I was being scammed. And to protect you guys, because this guy said he had other authors, you guys better beware. Actually, looking back on it, I think he's lying to me, saying that he had other authors to publish the books of. And when he said that he made a contract with a vitamin company, he said Mudhead Coffee was going to be hosted on his website. He's like, well, I'm Mudhead Publishing. I can have Mudhead Coffee, and then I'll get mugs. And then I'll have vitamins and herbs all on my website. And when his website was finally published by the web designers, it had nothing on there that he said was going to be on there. On his website, he said that he worked with Edgar Allan Poe and William Shakespeare and Dr. Seuss. That's what Jamo said on his website. He's a fraud. Mudheadpublishing.biz is a fraud. And now I got to call my attorney to make sure to find out how to protect myself so Mudhead Publishing doesn't sell my book and keep the profits. And just by his reaction that I got when I told him what I think, and you don't have permission, I'm not making a business agreement with you. My attorney is not going to accept that contract. She's going to throw me out of her office and say, Holly, this isn't a contract. You should know better than to deal with somebody that puts something like that together. Like, really, I could tell something was off when I first met him. When he told me, oh, Holly, I want you to get 20 book reviewers' contact information and find out how I can email them your book. That's when I was like, you're not a damn publisher. And you also did not write a screenplay where you're talking to Robert Plant and he's going to be one of the characters in your movie. Yeah, you're talking to Robert Plant. Give me his phone number. Let me tell you, Robert Plant would love to talk to somebody like me. Shoot. Jeffrey Epstein allegedly had me at his ranch because of my genetics, because I am a super soldier, because I am a created human being. My programming started while I was in the womb. When my mother delivered me, I was born breech, bent in half, and my butt came out first. If there's somebody out there like Allie and her mother, or someone like Sarah, and these people allegedly are saying they're super soldiers, you ask them what happened when their mothers were delivering them. You can tell right then and there if they're actually a super soldier like Max Spears and myself, because unless they were born breech or had some sort of major delivery complications, they are not a super soldier. To be a super soldier like me, the MK Ultra programming starts when you're in your mother's womb. So when somebody wants to say, oh, I'm a super soldier, just ask them about their mother giving birth to them. And if it was a normal delivery, oh, she was in labor for 24 hours. She was in labor for 35 hours. That's still a normal delivery. You're not being born breech. Because the super soldiers that I was trafficked with, all of them, every single one of those real super soldiers I was trafficked with, every single one of them was born breech. So somebody running around saying they're a super soldier, let me listen to their testimony. I can tell by what they say and how they say it if they've really been trafficked. And a lot of people lie. A lot of people are mentally ill. A lot of people hear voices in their head and they say it's voice to skull, but it's not voice to skull, it's demonic possession. V2K has not been used on a grand mass scale yet. You hear voices, and that's demonic possession. And if you're running around having sex with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and same sex, and sex, and masturbation, and different partners, you can best guarantee that you are, to an extent, absolutely demonically possessed. You've just taken how many demons in between your legs? Or you've been between how many other people's legs? Demonic possession. Wow, is it dark? Sorry. Really dark. Hang on one second. You're doing meth, you're demonically possessed. Doing heroin, you're demonically possessed. You've opened up the doors for these demons to walk in. And all it takes is one time. Oh, you won't get pregnant. Just let me put the head in. Oh, you won't catch a disease. Just let me put the head in. Just the tip. Just the tip. Oh, wait, I'm not sure. I'm just going to stay in the middle. Just the tip. Well, just the tip will still get you pregnant. Just the tip will still get you AIDS. And all it takes is one time. It only takes one time to get pregnant. It only takes one time to catch a disease or catch a demon. You can catch parasites from another person by French kissing them. Swap spit. Sexually transmitted demons, sexually transmitted diseases. We got more to worry about than just diseases. And I say this stuff because people need to know that their actions in this physical realm have consequences in the spiritual realm. Everything we do affects the spirit realm, and the spirit realm affects us. Yes, Catherine, on his website, I'm going to give you his website again, MUDHE publishing.biz. He made me wait 6 months. Oh, I'll publish your book. I'll get your book on the market once my website comes out. Once my website's up and running, I'll get your book on the market. We'll be good to go as soon as my website's done. His website just got published yesterday. He just got fired today. It would have been yesterday, but I wanted to sleep on it with Abba, so that way when I told him what I thought, I did not give him an emotional reaction, but rather an intelligent reaction. He's not a publisher. He scammed me. And now I'm worried that he is going to try to sell my book and keep the profit. The copyrights are with me, but that doesn't matter. He could still try to send out my book to publish it and keep the profits. So I'm in touch with attorneys because of that. And I'm also giving you guys the information to try to protect myself as well. I've been trolled for over 6 months and misled, and now I've been scammed. Oh, I don't want your book. I don't want to steal your work. No, you want to steal the profits. Oh, send me your PDF in a zip file again. Oh, I deleted your book off all my device. Oh, whatever, dude. I'm calling my attorney and I'm letting everybody know that I've been scammed because I don't want... I mean, he told me that he's got another woman author that he's going to publish the book of, and she was some dancer or actress or some crap like that. And now she's into cooking and, oh, whatever. But if she's a real author, I don't want her scammed. I always had this feeling deep down inside. I was like, Holly, what's going to keep this guy from stealing your work? How do you know he's not going to run off with the profits? When he came out with this website, that's when I knew he was a scammer. When I saw his website, I was like, he goes, oh, it looks good. And last night, instead of me coming out and telling him bluntly what I'm saying to you guys now, instead I sent him an email and I said, this is your website. He said, yes. I said, you think this looks good? Yes. I said, well, when do these web designers give you control of your website? So you say that you're going to publish my book and a couple other authors' books. How long is it going to take your web designers to get the links up to that book? I mean, they already took 6 months to do a website, and I did my website in 5 days. And you see how much content I got up on my website. I said to him, so how long is it going to take for them to upload the link? You have a section of authors you've worked with, but what about the previous authors that you've worked with, but you don't have a section regarding the authors you're currently working with? You don't have where are your coffee mugs? Where's this Mudhead coffee you're going to sell? Where's the vitamins and minerals you're going to sell? That's not up on your website. If somebody sends an email through this website, it's not going to you, Jammo. It's going to the web designers. And Jammo, you got a really big fucking issue too. It's in Latin. Your website is in Latin. He's a scam. He's a scammer. He's a con artist, and guaranteed he is from Sarah's camp, allegedly. You go look up MUDHED publishing.biz and you tell me if you're going to trust your life's work with that publisher. Wait, actually, just go look at the website and then come back and tell me what kind of business mudheadpublishing.biz is. Without me telling you the website, and I want you to come back and tell me what kind of business mudheadpublishing.biz. It's a scam, and I'm calling out the scammers and con artists. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hey, Andrew. It's great to see you. It's been so long. How you been, hon? Yahusha Barakas to you and your loved ones. You got a baby? Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Andrew, congratulations. Oh my goodness. Heavenly Abba, I lift up Andrew and the baby's mama. I don't know if you're together or not. If you are, I hope you stay together, and I give you my barakas to be together and have a beautiful family. If not, it's not my business. I don't want to touch on any. So I haven't seen you in so long. I lift you and your baby and the mama up to Heavenly Abba Yahuwah. I ask for his will to be done. I ask for your baby to have a beautiful, healthy, wonderful, wealthy future. I pull for you and Mama Bear to be happy and healthy, and to raise your baby up in Yahusha, but for you to be protected, and for Yahuwah to hold you and your baby and Mama Bear tightly in his hands. And may he send down his warring angels to stand guard around you and your baby, Andrew, and keep you all safe. And I pull all that he provides for Yahuwah provides for you. And I pull all that the mama has easy delivery and everything goes smoothly and there's no pregnancy complications, no birth complications. I pull off. Hey, Karen, I've been meaning to get back to you. It's great to see you. I fired my publisher today for being a scam artist. He's not a publisher. He was scamming me for 6 months. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go back through it because I explained it in the video. And then at the end of the video, I just decided to bluntly tell you guys what's going on. Because I'm really worried now that he's going to try to sell my book and keep the profit. This guy was trying to tell me to do a poor man's copyright. And when I said no, I took my drawings and my 120 drawings and my 140 written pages, and I sent it into the government office, copyright.gov. Oh, no, you don't need to do that. Just do a poor man's copyright. You don't need to do that, Holly. Just do a poor man's copyright. Wait a minute. You say you're a publisher and you're telling me as a publisher to do a poor man's copyright? You're a fraud. You're an absolute fraud. And if you're trying to make it as a publisher, let me tell you, you're off to a really rotten start. And that website proves that you're a scammer. So I need a new publisher. I've reached out to 2. Well, when I go back inside, I'm going to send an email to the second publisher, but I've already reached out to 2 legit publishers. And I think that the second publisher might definitely take my book, because in other countries, I bet you I'll make a killing. And this other publisher is international. I think if this other publisher will take my book, I think I'm going to jump at it. Plus, he can take my book and he'll take my book and translate it into other languages and sell it in other countries. So the second publisher that I'm going to approach, no names, because I don't want anybody writing emails saying, oh, she's a liar, she's a drug addict, or she's this, she's that. And meanwhile, it's Max Spears' ex-girlfriend gang stalking me, trying to silence me, trying to run me off being online, trying to get me to commit suicide and doing all sorts of bad stuff. Oh, I'm so glad you're my friend, Andrew. We've known each other for so long, Andrew. And I'm so glad we've stayed friends this long. And I want to keep being friends. I accept you. I love you. You're my brother and friend. And we've been we've been online buddies for so long. I want to cherish that. You know? Oh, Andrew, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. Bringing a life in. The most important thing in the entire world, besides turning to Yahusha, besides that, the most important thing under the sun, family, falling in love and creating a family. And I hope that you're in love, and I hope that your love grows and your relationship grows. And I palal that you guys stay in love forever. And Whatever I can do, you just let me. Cattle guard this week. Really? I really liked your testimony. I found your testimony so helpful because my memories are so fragmented. I can't really tell where I was or in what project I was in for them. It's really strange because you know the Q552? I used to have a cell number 255-552 something. And when I had that number, I kept having a deep underground military base flash in my mind. And it wasn't until many, many years later, I heard about Q552. And I was like, the phone number I had, my cell phone number, it was like 255-552 something. Oh, I had a phone number. What can I tell them what the phone number was, Abba? Yes, I think at this time I can say what the phone number was. So there was this one time I had my cell phone number. Well, one day I decided, all right, I'm going to turn my cell phone off, and in the morning when I wake up, I'll turn it back on. Or I didn't know that it had gone off, and somebody texted or sent me an email, said, Holly, what's wrong with your cell phone? That's what happened. I had powered down my cell phone and then powered it up. And when I powered it up, something happened. Later on that day, I get a phone call from not a phone call. I get on my computer a Facebook video call from one of my friends. And he's like, Holly, are you okay? I'm worried about you. I'm like, why? He's like, when I call your phone number, it says this phone number has been changed or disconnected. He goes, Holly, every time you change your number, you always tell me what it is. So I'm calling you because I'm really worried. This is not right. I was like, what do you mean my phone number's been changed? No, it's not. And we ran through my phone number. I'm like, it's blah, 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 blah. 011. I'll do the last 4 digits. 0110. No, I'm sorry. I said it was the other phone number. What was the other phone number? Oh, I had 3321. I was like, it's 3321. He goes, no, I'm dialing 3321. It's not going through. So I was like, all right. I got my cell phone and I texted my friend. And when I texted my friend, I had a completely different cell number. I never changed my cell phone number. I never put in a request to change my cell phone number. It was just one day out of the blue, I decided to turn my cell phone off. And when I powered it back on, the telephone company on their own changed my cell phone number. The telephone company gave me a new cell phone number. So what should have been 3321 was now 0110. I'm just doing the last 4 digits. I'm not doing all the other numbers. I'm still proving my point by only giving you 4 digits and not giving you the beginning numbers. You're still getting my point. Anyway, when I saw the 1s and 0s through my phone number, I'm like, what the heck? This is not a legit phone number. Like, this actually works. Because it's 1100110110100010. That was my phone number, 1s and 0s. I had the area code and it was 1s and 0s. So I went and I started to track down a mathematician. And I found a guy that he was not a mathematician, but he was very smart. And I forget his name. Otherwise, I'd give him a shout out. But I found myself to a really brilliant man who knew math. And I said, can you do me a favor? Can you look at my cell phone number and tell me what this is? Because it means something. With all these 0s and 1s, it's a computer language. Can you please tell me what it means? And he looked at it. And what did he say it was? He said it's binary code. And I said, okay, what does it mean? What does this binary code mean? I made the connection. I figured it all went. So the cell phone company decided to give me a new cell phone number on their own. And the cell phone number they gave me was computer language that when interpreted meant pairing. You know how you get headphones, wireless headphones, and you have to pair the wireless headphones with your computer or pair them with your cell phone? Okay, apparently the telephone company was trying to pair with me. So the binary code in the telephone number meant pairing. It was pairing. I'm like, wait a minute. Man and machine don't mix. I'm not up for transhumanism. This is not going to fly. Really, I really want to, you know what I should do is schedule time with you again, Karen. I'm sorry I missed you this weekend. Like to know when you're free. Well, my biofield should be a little bit more clearer because I fired the publisher who was scamming me. And I'm not too afraid to say that. And you know what? It's exactly what I'm thinking. It's exactly what I'm thinking. And I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to go, oh, you know what? No, I'm just going to say exactly what it is, because the only way I can ever make a situation better is if I start out by being honest. I'll give you another example. A long time ago, I was going to move. And I was going to move in with somebody. And I had a lot of hesitations and a lot of concerns. And rather than hiding from them or kind of giving her a glossy answer or feel good answer, but really I'm hiding the truth deep down inside, instead I just came out and blurted out what my concerns were. Like, my concerns are that, like, I don't want to leave New Jersey. And if I leave New Jersey, I'm not going to be happy. And you're not in Jersey. I'm not going to be happy because you want to give me the bedroom that has a half bath. But the stipulation with that is that during the night while I'm sleeping, you're going to be coming in and out of my bedroom to use the bathroom. No. Once I lay down to go to sleep, no one's going in or out of my bedroom disturbing my sleep. I am a 51-year-old disabled woman, and even if I was 21, no one is going in and out of my bedroom disturbing my atmosphere and waking me up to use the bathroom. If you want to give me the bedroom that you're in that has no bathroom, that would be a much better idea, because when I lay down and go to sleep, my bedroom door is locked and you're not banging on it waking me up. It would be better for you to put me in that other bedroom and you take the bedroom with the half bath, and then you can go in and out all you want without disrupting me. I'm fully disabled. Sleep is a rare commodity for me. So when I get it, I'm not letting somebody disrupt it. And you're fully disabled yourself, lady. Like, why would you not want somebody to do it to you, but when I move in your house, it's going to be okay for you to do it to me? No, lady, I think you're doing this because you want to get in my bedroom. You want to be nosy. You want to have your nose in my business, know what's going on, and have control over me the whole time. That's all that is. So no, I don't really want to move into your house. I mean, I could have lied and said, no, I found a place in New Jersey. I'm going to stay here. No, the truth is that no, it's not a good move. And the situation you're offering me is not going to work one bit. And I don't think it would work for a regular average person who's not disabled or an ex-super soldier. I don't think anybody in their right mind would want their landlord coming in and out of their bedroom while they're sleeping at night to use the bathroom. Go use the other bathroom. That's not a living arrangement. That's you glomming onto me and prying into my life and forcing yourself into my life and trying to manipulate my life. I've already dealt with that once in Germantown, Maryland. I'm never going back to a situation like that again. I just came out of a situation where somebody was constantly looking at my Facebook page, looking at my diary, and then throwing it in my face. And it's like, excuse you, you run around telling your neighbors all your business, which happens to be about me. You get to do that, but I don't have one outlet. And I didn't even name you. Nobody even knew I was talking about you. And here you are throwing it in my face because I stood up for myself and I said no, or because I wrote something in my diary. It didn't have your name on it, but you assumed it was about you, which it was. But still. Now, I can't talk about it, but you can run around town saying whatever you want about me, but I'm not allowed to vent. I'm not allowed to stand up for myself. I'm not allowed to talk about things. No, kiss off. I already came from a situation where if the other person was talking to me, I'd be like, oh yeah, you know what? I've thought about that too. Hey, did you ever think about da 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 da? I would try to extend the conversation to talk more, to communicate, to grow closer to the person and just to do something. But the other person would always take it as a criticism. They would always take me as I was attacking them. I was never attacking them. I could be nice and sweet and, hey, how are you? Good morning. Hey, yeah, I noticed that. I thought that was really cool. Hey, I saw this other cool thing and blah, 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 blah. Did you know about that? Have you ever heard of it? You're always attacking me. I'm not good enough. I can't say anything good enough. You're always attacking me. No, dude, actually, I was just so elated that you had a nice tone in your voice. You actually looked at me. You actually spoke to me like I'm a real human being. Instead of Holly, girls should be seen and not heard. You're actually talking to me like I'm a human being. I was just so excited that you gave me attention and you were nice for a change that I wanted to talk to you. I was hoping that this was an opening for me to slip in and like engage in a long-term conversation with you that you have with other people, but you won't with me. Anytime I said something, it was taken as an attack or a slight. And meanwhile, it's like, you know, you can sit here and dictate to me everything. And you can sit here and say your opinion and force your opinion on me. But I'm not allowed to interject. I'm not allowed to add on. I'm not allowed to say anything except, yes, okay. Yes, massa. Yes, massa. You want me to cook dinner for you too, massa? Walking on eggshells just to exist. And then go from that all the way out to Hammond, Indiana, right smack dab in the middle of Chicago. Well, not in the middle of Chicago, but 15 minutes away from it. Worse than being in Newark, New Jersey. At least I know a bunch of people in Newark. As a matter of fact, I got to call back. One of my friends from Newark reached out to me recently. Anyway, I haven't heard from him in like so long. I was surprised. But anyway, that was not fun. I was getting blamed for things that were not my fault, that I wasn't even in the room to have happen. That somebody, you know, and just, so go from that, then out to Chicago. I'm surprised I lasted 6 days because when I first walked in that house, I was like, Holly, just take 6 minutes, go to the bathroom, get in your car and drive back home. So what if you're living out of your car? It's better than living here. But I figured living in that hellhole would have been better than living in my house, but I couldn't take it anymore. So I left. And after I left Hammond, Indiana, that's when I got a phone call that said, Holly, go to my best friend's house. And I went to my best friend's house. And now here I am. I have a home that I absolutely love. I'm meeting people, which is good because I need to learn how to have face-to-face friends. I don't have any. Everything I do is online. Right now is the first time. Well, I've had opportunities in the past, but this is the first opportunity I've had to make face-to-face friends. That is a good, healthy, positive atmosphere with the right people. They don't hold grudges. They're not judgmental. They're not stubborn. They're healthy. They're not verbally abusive. They don't belittle each other. They talk so nicely to each other. They help each other out. They never argue. They're just so sweet to each other. And now I have an opportunity to have face-to-face friends. These people that I'm meeting are not online. We have no association or affiliation with each other online. And I absolutely love it because I get face-to-face friends. And now I get to work on my social anxieties. Now I get to take all the things, all the tools that I've learned over the past 11 years from healing, curing, and fully reintegrating. Now I can take all of those tools and apply it to actually physically living life now. I'm at the point where I'm healed. I mean, I still got to gain weight and build back my body physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm healed and cured. So now I just need to get out there, start living life and applying the tools that I've learned. But you know, I'm a sweetheart. I'm easygoing. I'm nice. I'll bend over backwards for somebody. I take people at face value. And sadly, I can't do that. People are really shitty. They're liars. They're frauds. They're hypocrites. And there's more false prophets and more false teachers and more fake friends and more fake publishers. There's more trolls, scammers, and haters and adversaries than there are good guys. I was just talking to somebody today. Oh, Holly, I've been listening to all these prophets online, and they're saying how Trump is getting rid of the bad guys. And okay, lady, I love you. And because I love you, you got to stop running to and fro, looking at these prophets online. You need to go to Yahuwah and ask him for the gift of prophecy. You need yourself and learn it for yourself with Heavenly Abba being your rabbi, and stop chasing these false prophets around the internet. Oh no, they're prophets. They're prophets. If they're prophets, what am I, chopped liver lady? What, you never look at my prophecies? Me and my prophecies are chopped liver. When you call me, all I hear about are the prophets that you're listening to. And they say nothing like what Yahuwah has taught me in my dreams and visions. They say nothing like what Revelation says. They got these new age philosophies, and their prophecies and their predictions never come true. They're worldly. And it's like, what am I, chopped liver? You don't look at any of my prophecies. My prophecies come true right, left, front, center, diagonal, and around again. And you don't listen to me. You don't take me seriously. You know, that brings up another situation. Somebody calls me up. Holly, my boyfriend beat me again. He beat me up. You know, he kicked me in the lungs this time, and he called me a bunch of names, and he walked out on me, and he told me I don't satisfy him. He's going to find another woman. A week later, they make up, kiss and make up. He love bombs her like everybody does. Calls me up again a week or two later. Oh, my boyfriend is a man of God. He is a man of the cloth. He is a man of God. Oh, yeah, he's a man of God, all right, if you're talking about God, Rael, because a man of Yahuwah would have never kicked you in the lungs. How can you sit there and say that man is a man of Alua? When I'm ordained to Heavenly Abba Yahuwah, I'm ordained to him. I'm a woman of the cloth. I am a woman of Yahuwah. And you're saying that your boyfriend who just beat you up, calls you names, and kicked you in the lungs, you're calling him a man of Alua? I'm a woman of Alua. I don't beat on people. Lady, you got your wires crossed. Because a man of Alua would never kick somebody in the ribs. What am I, chopped liver? You never call me a woman of Alua. You never call me a woman of Heavenly Abba Yahuwah. But you call a woman beater a man of Alua. I don't see him doing baptisms, winning souls, praying and fasting for you, and binding and casting down demons. I just see you crying all the time because he's beating you. How can you call that a man of Alua? If that's a man of Alua, I must be Satan himself. Like, thanks a lot, people. Like, I feel like saying that sometimes. Like, thanks a lot. Like, so I'm chopped liver. So I can't be a woman of Alua if you're calling a woman beater a man of Alua. That, like, come on. Like, thanks a lot. Like, here, let me be a plastic Christian. You just smack this cheek. Let me give you the other side so you can nail that one too. And that's not what scripture means when it turns the other cheek. It means turn the other cheek. Like when you turn the other cheek, you're going in the other direction, away from the person. Yeah, get away from them. You don't turn the other cheek so they can punch you a second time. You turn the other cheek as in, I'm turning away from you and getting myself safe and getting myself around better company. And then I watch the world going to hell in a handbasket. And the only thing I can think of is, Holly, don't let your heart grow cold. And Holly, you should have taken basket weaving 101 in college. You could have made a killing on opening up Holly's handmade hand baskets to hell, one size fits all. Darn it, I knew I should have taken basket weaving 101. Thank you, Victory. And guys, again, this is my ruminations and confessions to Heavenly Abba. This is my therapy. This is where I go. This is my safe place to talk and discuss things, get counseling, get help, get assistance. Most importantly, get palols. This is HTV, my ruminations and confessions. And all of this is allegedly, even though I know it to be true. It's allegedly. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me because you're my friends. Like, this is where I go when I want companies. I come here to see you beautiful, fine folks. Yeah, I know I'm finally meeting a couple face-to-face friends, but you guys, I'm always going to come here to hang out with you guys. This is not just me whistleblowing and my work. It's also my social life. But you know, I'm very picky about the people I hang out with. I'm extremely picky about the people I hang out with. They can make or break my mood. They can make or break my day. They can make or break my self-esteem. And that's not even taking their demons into consideration if they're not set free or doing spiritual warfare. So the past month and a half has been a lot. Yeah, since March 13th. No, March 12th. So yeah, a month and a half. It's going on 2 months that my life has been upset. But once I get it back on track, man, I'm coming back like the powerhouse I always used to be. I love you, Angel. I love you, Victory. I love you, beautiful, fine folks. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being here for me. And I know this is really terrible, bad news about my book, that I've been scammed and conned for the past 6 months by Mudhead Publishing. I've absolutely been scammed and conned, and you can't tell me otherwise, especially with a website like his. You can't even tell he's a writer or a publisher with that website. So anyway, he's fired, to say the least. And now I'm exposing him in hopes that other authors are protected. And also, don't do what I do. Like, go to a real publisher. Don't fart around with these people. Like, so James is not a publisher. I don't even think that he works as a writer. I think he probably only wrote a couple of articles in his life, and that was about it. I think really Sarah put him up to trolling me and wasting my time for 6 months, and guaranteed her and Brian and all of their groups of friends and all the witches and warlocks she pays to come after me. I bet you they're sitting there right now laughing their asses off going, ha, 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 for 6 months, Holly. We made you think you had a friend. We got all your secrets. We got your cell phone number now. Ha, 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 Holly. You thought you had a publisher and your book was going on the market. Ha, ha, ha. It's been a scam the whole time. With the bees in my book. Hey, Dame's Place. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But thank you. You know what? Thank you to you for allowing me the ability to come to you and talk to you and tell you the truth. I needed, thank you for just letting me tell the truth and tell about my experiences, tell what I'm going through. And yeah, I made a dumbass, stupid mistake. I should have taken one look. When I looked up this guy online and saw that he had nothing under his name, I should have said, you're not a publisher. You're a liar. You're a hypocrite. Who sent you? Sarah? Was it Sarah again? Because she hasn't left me alone for 2 seconds in the past 9 years. She is so jealous. It's not even funny. She's jealous because she's the fraud stealing my testimony, trying to pass it off as her own. She was never in Montauk. Sarah was never put through MK Ultra projects. So, but thank you for allowing me to come to you to talk about my mistakes and to tell you what happened. And yeah, if you see my book go up for sale by somebody else, please tell me, please send me a link so I can give it to my attorney. I have absolutely called my attorney over all of this because I think that guy is going to try to sell kids in a cage without my permission, against the law, breaking the law. I think he's going to try to sell my book behind my back to steal all the profits from my book. I think Mudhead Publishing is going to try to sell my book and steal the profits because he said he got an ISBN number. But yet he doesn't have a website to sell it on. Either way, I don't trust it, and I'm in contact with an attorney. So the only thing that happened was what? I've been waiting around for my book to be published and put on the market. So I wasted time there. That was a waste of a full 6 months. This is how badly I'm trolled. Like when somebody says, Holly, I'm a friend, I just want to get to know you. I can't trust them. I cannot trust anybody ever at any time. Even if you're sincere and you really want to be friends, I can't trust anybody. Look at how people treat me, and it's all over everywhere. Dame's Place. I got 4 official copyrights on Kids in a Cage. 2019, 2020, 2025, and 2026. My 114 drawings and my 144 pages, when I finished proofreading my book the last time, I sent it out for copyrights. Yet again, I didn't have to, but I did. I've got 4 copyrights. The book is in my name, solely copyrighted to me. You can see it's all my work. You can see I wrote it just through the copyrights itself. Every time I did something, I got it copyrighted. Everything is copyrighted to me. So he was trying to tell me, oh, you don't need that. Just get a poor man's copyright. You don't need it. Get a poor man's copyright. Oh, you did send it in. Oh, you don't need to do that. Yeah, well, I already did. It's already paid. It's sitting on their desk. So I think I just need to make sure that nobody tries to publish my book behind my back to make the money off of it. Protect my name too. Dame's Place. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And if you're an author, you go seek out a publisher. You go look up publishers and you seek them out. If somebody comes to you saying they're a publisher, I wouldn't trust them. But see, there was another publisher that actually came to me and said, Holly, I want to publish your book. So you guys got to be careful. Please learn from my mistakes. Do not do what I do. Do not take people at face value. Do not trust them. Just don't. You can't. We're in the last days and end times. We're going to meet the fakes, frauds, liars, false teachers, and false prophets long before we'll ever meet the real deal, sincere, genuine people that we're looking for. And it's all the time, everywhere, about every topic. You did? Ooh, Dame's Place. Where? Can you get a copy of a restraining order? I'm an author and artist. No money to protect my work. Really, Dame's Place? I want to see your video. I'm on my cell phone, so I cannot click over to go to your channel. Otherwise, I would. If you feel like it, would you feel like sending me a link to your video? You could use hollybaglio11@gmail.com. I'd like to see that video. You did? Yes. Hey, I got a platform on internet radio. It's not video. It's only audio only. But if you'd like to tell your story, I do have a platform. Internet radio. So I do have a platform. We can broadcast. I got the keys to the kingdom right now. So, but yeah, I'd like to see your attic. I might be confusing you with somebody else. But I'd like to see the Attica video. Say your contact info. Okay, it's my name, Holly Baglio. My name. The number 11. So Holly Baglio 11@gmail.com. I don't feel like I won one today. I felt like I fired one today. And I should have fired them the second I met them. Because for 6 months, this guy had me thinking my book's going to come out on the market. It's going to come out on the market. And it never came out on the market. And maybe it's better because if it did come out in the market, he would have stolen the profits. But that's what it was, is he wasted 6 months of my life making me think I really had a publisher when I did not. Leroy, New York. Yes, definitely. I would love Dame's Place. I would love to get you up on internet radio, help you get your voice out there, get your testimony out there. But, no pressure. I don't usually do, I'll work on a video with another person, but as far as being a hostess to ask questions to pull somebody's testimony out, I'm not really good at it. But I would love to do a broadcast to pull your testimony out and to do those things. And it can always be a leg up. But I'll do a really nice job and I'll work hard on it for you. And we can talk about whatever you want. I'll give you the reins of the show and broadcast, and we can go in whatever direction you want. And yeah, we'll talk about it. That would be so cool. Dame's Place. Dame's Place. Now that I got you, I've been looking for you, Dame's Place. Because I got you on Facebook too, right? Okay, I'm bad with names. I want you to have a wrench so that way I always got you. And let me know I was in the program too. Strong Memorial Hospital. Perfect. All right, now I'm not going to lose you. Now I got you. Good. I'm so embarrassed about that. I'm so embarrassed. But now I'm not going to lose your Dame's Place. You're stuck with me now. But yeah, absolutely. All that, we're definitely going to have to connect. So, all right, at this time, I better let you go because I do have to use the little girl's room. And I hope that I can even make it into into the house. So, yeah, for the past 6 months, I was fooled thinking I had a publisher when really I was being tricked. Wasted 6 months waiting for my book to go up public, and I was tricked. And it came from Sarah's camp. Allegedly from Sarah's camp. So, guys, be careful of that chick. But more importantly, just don't do what I do. Learn from my mistakes and just all right, this is not going to work. Okay, so like there's this thing called keys. Oh. Better stuff on the way. Okay, well, I'll go. I'll look it up. Thank you. I'm so glad I got to bump into you, Dame's place. I've been thinking about you. And I actually think that I confused somebody else with you. I started talking to somebody else thinking it. Sorry. That's my alarm going off to remind me to take my parasite cleanse. I think I started talking to somebody else like that I thought was you. But now I got you, so I'm not going to make that mistake again. But yeah, you pop in my head. I'm always sending you palaws to Heavenly Abba to have a good day and for him to provide for you and for things to go your way and just to send my love to you. Send his angels to you to help you too. But yeah. Sounds good. All right, just give me some time and stuff. I'm sorry to be slow, but now that I got a lot of hurdles are over with right now. So things will be easier for me. And like I got my own place now. So that right there is going to make me communicating with other people a lot easier. You know, it's just going to be easier. You know, because where I was, the other person did not want to hear anything that I had to say ever at any time. And the walls were so thin, you could hear whatever I said. So if I was on the phone doing spiritual warfare, or if I was on the phone in a confidential conversation, the other person always had a problem with everything that I ever said. Even if they didn't even know about the topic I was talking about, they still had a problem with what I said. It was like living with my biological mother all over again. My happiness was killed. The spring in my step was gone. Like, I felt like I was living with my biological mother again. And living with her, I had to walk on eggshells. Living with her, basically, you felt like you got expelled from school and you were scared your parents were going to yell and scream at you, possibly hit you, beat you, and literally lock you in the house. That's what living with my mother was like every single day of my life when I had to live with her growing up. I can't walk on eggshells. I can't be around somebody who's, And whenever I say something, they don't look at me in the face. They turn away. As if, or better yet, when I would talk and say, hey, why don't you give me a break in rent since, I'm buying food and cooking it for you too, and I don't have money for rent because I just had to buy food for you and cook it for you. And then the person just walk away from me like I'm not saying anything at all. Like I wasn't even there, like I didn't say anything, just walk right past me like nothing. Do you know what it's like? living with somebody, when you talk and you say, hey, how you doing? Or, hey, you know what? I got to get my car fixed. And I was thinking, and meanwhile, they just walk right past you like you're not even there. It's rough. It's abuse. It's neglect. It's abuse. And that's a stifling, unhealthy situation. I got my own place now, so it works out great. Every time I have roommates, they don't just let me pay my rent and be a tenant. They always got to get involved in my life, rip me apart, tell me what to do, get pissed off at me when I don't do what they want me to do. They expect stuff of me, but are they there for me when I need them? Do they help me? Are they nice? Are they considerate to me? Do they give me back the same that I give them? No. No, they do not. And I have another situation popping in my head that I could tell you a story about, but I'm going to wait for another time to tell you the story. Because I'll tell you what, it broke me. It broke me for many days, and I was like, how wretched and how horrible that is to happen. But I'll save that story for another time. And yeah, come to think of it, we can also talk about the slumlord in Stortsville. I can tell you about all the games that he was playing. Oh, and then those tenants that lived in the house behind me. No, I got stories that last for years. Hey, Kaylee! Meet Kaylee. It's great to see you, honey. Oh my gosh, I hope you're doing good. It's great to see you. Fishy. You are too sweet and kind. Yeah. Oh, I'd say it looks mighty fishy, all right. Yeah, that's not his contact information. It's in Latin. He told me he was going to be selling other authors' books, his books, my one book, coffee mugs, and vitamins. That website comes out and he's got cartoon pictures of belts and hoodies that he's selling for $25, $30. That's not his information. And when you click on the Facebook or Instagram links and you go over to those pages, on Facebook, it has him working in Tokyo or China somewhere. He's a scam artist. He's a scammer. I was scammed. I was lied to. And I know I was by that website. If you clicked on mudheadpublishing.biz, would you know that it was a publishing company if I had not told you? No, you would look at it and go, what? This is garbage. What, did a fifth grade computer science class have homework to do and it was to create a web page from scratch? Because if so, this website looks like a fifth grader homework assignment. The shop is trash. The description part is just the lingo that needs to be. Yeah, and when you send an email through that site and you think you're going to get the publisher, you don't. It's going to the web designers. Nothing he said he was going to sell is up on the website. There's no information about him. There's no email for him, no phone number, no picture, none of his credentials, none of his background, nothing. It's okay. You can laugh at my voice. That's okay. You can laugh. I did an interview for Aquarius Rising Africa, and he called me up. Oh, I'm a publisher. I want to turn your book into a movie. Oh, by the way, I just wrote a screenplay, and I'm talking to Robert Plant. No, you're not. If you're talking to Robert Plant, give me his number. Let me tell you, dude. If Robert Plant had a choice to speak to you or me, the ex-super soldier, he's going with me. He's picking me. No, I think the guy's a con artist. I think he's a scammer. And it's basically somebody working at Walmart that decided to troll Holly and make Holly think she had a publisher for 6 months when really she did not. And it was 6 months wasted time where I could have found a publisher and I could have had my book on the market right now. And I could have been getting money that I desperately need to help me. Hey, Rescued. But my book is written. My book and all of the drawings, what you see up on the website, every last dotted I and crossed T, everything on my website as it stands is copyrighted to me. All of it to me. And I got legit copyrights. Even if he wasn't there to steal my work, he was still there to waste my time for 6 months. And that's what he did, waste my time for 6 months. I hope he's proud of himself. Heavenly Abba, I come before you and I lift up Jamo, Mudhead Publishing, and all of his friends and Webs designers, everybody that's associated and affiliated with Jamo. Abba, please expose him. Abba, please have your wrath, vengeance, and anger on him for lying to me, misleading me intentionally, and most likely at the behest of Sarah. In Yehusha Mashiach Shem, Selah. For what he did for 6 months, lying to me, may Abba's wrath be upon him in Yehusha Shem Selah. And he doesn't even have Yehusha. He doesn't even use Yehusha's name. He's not a sheep by any means. He's into all this new age stuff. He thinks because he had a nightmare that he was used in the MK Ultra projects. No, dude, you had a demonic attack. You're not an MK Ultra. You're not any of that. And you know what? For once in my life, I would like to meet a person that I don't have to yes to death. Like, his experiences are nothing more than demonic attacks. And that video we did with Kim Mosley, go listen to his testimony. He's a new age flake. I don't think there's anything special to him except he tricked Holly for 6 months. That's the only thing special Mudhead has got going for him, was he was able to fool me for 6 months. You should watch from the beginning of this video. Otherwise, just cutting in at the end and then spewing shitty advice is not going to work for me, Rescued. That's not cool. That's not cool. Oh, just leave it alone. Yeah, Holly, just let the publisher steal your work and steal the profits because it's upsetting your piece, so just ignore it and let them run away with your profits. I don't have room for bad advice. And I don't like people making light of my life's work and somebody stealing it and making a profit off of it. It would be better to be silent than it would to be spewing crappy advice that does nothing but make me feel worse about myself. Did you even listen to the beginning of the video? Did you hear the whole story of what I'm dealing with? Oh, Holly, somebody just stole your work and all your revenue. Oh, just let it go. Leave it alone. I'm not into plastic watered Christianity or watered down gospel. And on that note, I'm going to let you beautiful fine people go. I'm leaving this video up for my protection, for my protection, for the protection of kids in a cage, for the protection of my work, for the protection of everything I've done. I'll have peace when Yahushua Mashiach is the fifth rider on the white horse and he's removing the tares. When there is no rapture. And when he removes the tares, I will be vindicated. I welcome the day of his return. I don't fear it. I welcome his return so he gets rid of these fence sitters, these weak people, and these scammers. May they be judged as goats, and may I not care when they land in hell. May it not upset me when they land in hell. Because Yahuwah never sends people to hell. People choose to go there. Oh, Holly, just let people steal your work and lie to you. Just let it go. It's okay. Oh, Jesus will just take care of it. It's okay. No, it's not okay. The problem is men in this world beat their women. They don't protect their women. And then when something does happen, they don't stand up. They just let the bad guys keep running rampant. Just like everybody in the Epstein files is not arrested. And just like Holly should let this guy go and do whatever he wants to do with her book. That's not serving heaven, and that's not Yahusha's ways. Letting people walk all over me does not look good. Yeah, I'll have my peace when the scammer who just scammed me for 6 months is behind bars. You go do that and I'll have peace. Because then the situation will be handled appropriately. I'm sick and tired of letting things go. And what am I letting go of? People walking on me, and I'm letting them get away with walking all over me. And what's wrong with you for giving out that kind of advice to tell another person, oh, just let people walk all over you. Let it go. What the fuck is that? Oh, Holly, you can't react like that. You can't say that. Yes, I can. You just hop in my chat room. Oh, I'll just say whatever I want. And if Holly rejects it, I'll tell her to repent and she's wrong. No. I gotta go, guys. I'm not gonna apologize. I'm not going to apologize for standing up for myself. And you know what? For also standing up for Yahusha's ways. I'm sick and tired. Another thing I'm sick and tired of is these twinkle-toed, sugar-coating, tiptoeing through the tulips, religious people who do nothing to help Yahusha or Yahusha's people. Just let it go. Just keep letting people walk all over you, Holly, and let it go. Don't have any repercussions for them walking all over you. Just keep letting them walk all over you. I'm going to go and find more people so they can walk all over me and I can just let it go. Because Jesus is just going to take care of it, right? I bind and cast away Jesus, Jehovah, Source, Lord, and God. I bind and cast all of them and their legions away in Yahusha's Shem Selah. His name is Yahusha, who came in Yahuwah's name. He teaches me to battle. He does not teach me to let people walk all over me. This is not something to just let go. Oh, Holly, your work's being stolen. You're being lied to. Let it go. Well, I'll tell you what, letting it go doesn't bring me peace. You know what did bring me peace? What started to bring me peace? What started to bring me peace was making this video and calling out the scammers. This video brings me peace. Have you no consideration? I mean, you say you are a follower. That's what you say, but you're obviously not relying on him, because if you were relying on him, he would have told you, zip your lips. This is her finding peace and resolving a really crappy situation. Stop stifling my daughter, Holly. And by the way, who are you anyway? All right, on that note, I'm going. Thank you for being here for me. Thank you for being my support system. Thank you for being my friends. Thank you for giving me enough courage and guts to stand up to protect other authors from this supposed publisher, unless he's only lying to me. He's probably only lying to me and making up the fact that he's got other authors' books to publish. Yeah, Holly, just let the scammers go. Don't expose the scammers. That way they can go on to scam other people. Yay! Yay! Holly, you see your pearls? Keep casting them before swine. Oh, that crown you got? Yeah, let someone steal it. Yeah, I'm a fellow believer, Holly. Just let it go. JESUS has your back. LORD has your back. It's a good thing you did not become an attorney. You would wind up batting for the bad guy and winning the case for the bad guy and letting your clients slip through the cracks. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you later.